Alright, what's good, homies? It's Waldo, and today we are back. We are finally getting that dust off of my YouTube channel. It's been a while, but I finally got some free time. I'm actually working a lot more than I thought I would be, which is good. So now I'm getting a lot of money over the summer. But regardless, we are back with my OOTP 17 Los Angeles Angels franchise, and normally I think I would advance ahead a little bit, but I kind of have to get caught back up to speed because it has been a long time since I had the time to actually sit down and play this game. So I gotta get caught up just a little bit, see what's going on here. So it seems like we have $18 million for free agents, $37 million for extensions. Our attendance went up. We have an excellent rep. So I imagine we lost in the playoffs. I don't know what we did. So the Yankees won the World Series. So it would appear that we finished behind the Astros. Was this where we lost in the wild card game? Let me see. Did we lose to Oakland in the wild card game? We did. Okay, yeah. So we lost 7-4. Fulmer let up three hit. Oh, okay. Wait. Where can I see the box? So what happened here? All right, so okay, so Fernandez did not have a very good outing. Fulmer did not do very well either, and of course, we did not do very good against their pitching, I suppose. So that's that. So we lost in the wild card game. That makes sense. Let's go back to the team home screen. So it would seem that we had a very good. Okay, yeah. Now this is all starting to come back. Oh, fun story. Fun fact. I actually saw this guy, Rowdy Tellez, play against the Trenton Thunder last week. A-Rod was there, so I decided to go and see A-Rod, and to my surprise, I did not know this until I actually searched to see who the Thunder were playing. Tellez was actually down there with the other team, so I actually got to see him play, which was pretty cool. I actually knew who that was. But all right, so now I kind of remember. So our pitching seems to be okay. Okay. It seems like I don't know. I guess our pitching's okay. I don't know. Our lineup is definitely fine. We don't need to worry about the lineup at all. There is okay. So Mike Trout will get back next year. So Cousins won't be in the. Okay, so that's fine. So once we get Trout back, this lineup will be good. Although Cousins had a solid year, 22 home runs, an average close to 250. That's not too bad. Our minor league systems did all right. How are our top prospects doing? Actually, let's just go to this and then just sort by potential, I suppose. So Austin Bain is a relief pitcher, so it seems like he's doing okay. He thinks he should be playing in the majors, though, so maybe we should bring him up next year. He's only a two-pitch pitcher, but I guess for a bullpen, I don't know. We'll think about it. So it seems like Bain was doing okay. Baldequin, he is 28 years old at this point. He expects to be in the majors too, so maybe bring him up as a bench bat, save some money. It seems like, you have to remember, they're playing in the PCL, and he only has a 260 average, which isn't very appealing to me. Yeah, I mean, he had that one good year, when he got a sip of coffee in the majors, his old cup of Joe. So he had over 300 in small sample size, and then the next year when we kept him up for 157 games, he started 157 games. He only hit 227. He had a negative WAR, negative 2.1. So I imagine he was really bad in the field. Maybe his defensive ratings are good. So maybe he was just really bad offensively. I guess that could be a thing. Reynaldo Lopez, another relief pitcher, could be an emergency starter. Another one of these guys who has two good pitches and then one that is not so good. It seems like he didn't do very well in the PCL, but I say it a lot. The numbers tend to be inflated, not just for hitters, but for pitchers as well. I mean, I remember Noah Syndergaard, he had a pretty high ERA, compared to what he's doing now, but that's just because, the PCL tends to inflate those stats just a little bit. So that's that. Let's just check Double A. Double A. All right, let's see who's that. Okay, so Jarrell Miranda, he is a 5-star prospect here. We got him from a scouting discovery. Okay, so we didn't draft him. Fragile injury history. He did pretty good in Double-A this year, 254 average, 30 home runs, 83 RBIs. He stole 7 bases, struck out 128 times, only walked 24. That's a little That's not something I like to see. He played 106 games, started 105 of them. 23 doubles, couple triples. See it? Okay, well, that makes sense. I mean, his eye sucks. He's not really going to avoid Ks. He's really just a... If he can develop that contact skill like a little more, he could be pretty good for us. It seems like he can only play in center because he's not very good in left or right, which is okay. So, who else do we have? Tristan Capochi. So this is one of our defensive guys, a 9th round pick in 2017, which is a very long time ago. Not too bad of a player. He's one of these contact guys, pretty good eye, fast, really good in the field. He did pretty well in AA this year. Actually, no, never mind. Yeah, he did good last year, but this year he kind of not do as well. It seems like he got called up to AAA at some point, and he did okay, but he only played 6 games, so maybe he's only 23, so maybe one more year in the minors, and then we'll think about calling him up. Jacob Abbott, let's see how he's doing. Okay, so he did good in AA this year. Wait, no, he didn't. Oh yeah, he did okay in AA, but he got called up to AAA, and he hit just at the Mendoza line. So hopefully he improves just a little bit. Let's see who else here. Who else? Anybody? Any names? Oh, Del Val, I think is the name, right? Oh yeah, that was the guy we got in that trade with Washington. What was that trade? Oh, they're gonna make me do this. Oh no. Oh, there we go. What was that trade? We traded Romo, Alvarez, Alberto for Givens, Del Val. Oh, so I think that was to get out of Romo's contract. Okay. And we got Burgos, who is injured, and he's 31 years old, so I guess he's... Oh, wait, no, we don't even have him anymore. Whoops, okay. We don't have him, right? That's Baltimore, yeah, okay. So we don't have him anymore. Del Val, he had potential at that point, but it seems like that's since gone away, unfortunately, but... Oh, well, things happen. Let's see. Do we have anybody down in High A that I should be keeping an eye on? Amilcar Costiero. Another one of these speed and defense guys. Not really doing anything with the bat. It seems like he's been stuck at High A for just A-ball for 3 years. He finally got called up to AA this year and hit below the Mendoza line. OPS at under 600. Which isn't surprising, but... Alright, let's see. And then let's check our mid-A team. Okay, so the Santillan guy, this was an international free agent signing. He's very unhappy. Very fast. He's solid in center field, and he plays a decent second base. He can't really play anywhere else. He can't hit, but he can avoid Ks. Yeah, he did good in rookie ball. And then he got called up to A-ball last year. He did okay, and then ever since then, he's really struggled to find his stroke again. So, got to keep an eye on that. Let's see, Gomez. Okay, here we go. Alan Murchison. Is this the guy we drafted? Yeah, we drafted him in the 2nd round, 65th overall pick a couple years ago. It seems like he's developing nicely. It seems like he will never really develop a good contact tool, but his gap power is pretty solid. His home run power... I'd be fine with that at 55. He's good in left field and solid in center field. He's got some speed to him, a 4.5-star prospect according to our scouts. He did very good. I imagine that's high school or college. I don't know. That's I imagine, because then we sent him straight to rookie ball when we drafted him. He did good in rookie ball his rookie year, and then in 2021 he stayed in rookie ball, and he did exceptional. He had over 300. And then 2022, his first taste of A-ball, and he did okay, I suppose. For a 20-year-old, I guess he did okay. So, I guess that is pretty good. Anybody else here? No? All right, let's check our rookie league team, the Orem Owls. John Britt. I'm going to also check the... actually, no, I'm not going to check the OSA ratings because I've learned not to really trust those at all. Okay, here's this guy. I just saw like a 5-star guy. There he is. Eric Martinez. I guess this was our 1st-round pick this year. So it seems like he did okay for an 18-year-old in rookie ball, I suppose. He had a WHIP of 1.38. His ERA was 3.65. He appeared in 24 games. He didn't start any of them. He allowed 18 hits, 10 earned runs, 2-2 record. So he was a closer for them, it would seem. Yeah, okay. It seems like he's developing nicely. He's very unhappy, so I guess he wants to be called up or something. I don't really know. But, okay. Anybody else here that I should worry about? Oh, yeah, here we go. So how about Jason Cole? A center fielder. He did not do very well this year in rookie ball. In 14 games. He only started 2 of them, though, so I guess he was a pinch hitter for most of the year. He hit under 100. He had 1 home run. Yeah, I mean, we'll check back later. I mean, he's really good defensively. He's got some speed to him. His stealing and base running isn't really up there, but he can sacrifice bunt pretty well, I suppose. And he's only 19, so we'll check back on him at another time. And then there was another guy here, yeah, Michael Farland. A lot of center field prospects. This was our second round pick this year. He did okay, actually, in rookie ball. He had 274, an OPS close to 800, 4 home runs, 22 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, 12 doubles in 36 games he started. He appeared in 37. So this guy looks like he could maybe do something. I'm not too sure, but that is that. Anybody else here that we should look at? Look at this, another center fielder. Another one. Okay, so this guy looks like he could be solid. Wow, our 2022 draft class, I forgot, it's actually looked pretty solid. So we didn't really do anything in rookie ball this year, but he is only 18, so I suppose we have to, kind of temper our expectations just a bit. Marty Ross, he had a very good year. He's been stuck in rookie ball for 3 years. I don't really like that, although he's only 19, so he was our 3rd round pick in 2020. Yeah, he did not do good in rookie ball at all. His first year in the pros in professional baseball. 2021, he really he stepped it up, and in 2022, which was this past season, he had his best season of his career to this point. He had an OPS just over 900. He slashed 324, 386, 520. I don't like the fact that his OBP is that, well, I guess that's an okay OBP, I suppose, all things considered. Struck out 42 times, walked 19, 8 home runs, 26 RBIs, close to 10 doubles in 50 games. So I suppose we shouldn't be too upset at that. I guess we should be pretty happy. So it actually seems like, oh, Cockerham, I remember him. That was the guy we drafted, in 2020. Okay, so his hit tool's not really developing as fast as I would like it to, but we'll see if it turned out to be a good pick. And now, is there anyone else I should worry about here? So we are looking at our... Here we go. So this is our Dominican Summer League team. Is there anybody on here? Not really. And then, is there anybody in our international complex? Yeah, so we have a couple guys in our international complex. Alfredo Velasquez, this was one of our international free agent signings. Seems like, I mean, if he develops, he could be a really good piece. Like, I would love this. Like, I would love to add that to a starting rotation. But that is that. And then Alex Vicente, another one of those guys who, and his stamina is perfect for it too. So it would be nice if he developed like that. But that is that. If we go to the league home screen here, or actually the team home screen. No, actually I want to go to the manager's office. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what I want to do. I guess I'll simulate ahead to the offseason, which is actually tomorrow. And another thing I want to talk about is how long I'm going to take this series. I'm thinking I'm taking it 10 years. So we just finished what? So we started in, 16? So we just finished our 6th season, right? 7th season. I don't know why I said 6th, but we just finished our 7th season. So I'm thinking we go 3 more years with this. We do the 2023 season, the 2024 season, and then the 2025 season. I think all things, because I've been contemplating it a little bit, I think 10 years is a fair amount of time to go with this series, because I imagine by that point we'll be close. I don't know where we're at right now, but I imagine by that point we'll be close to 35, 40 episodes. I think that's long enough for one of these series. Your season score this year is 72 out of 100. This is a great score. Okay. So let's check our mail and news. So who do we lose here? Conforto voided his contract year. Ramirez executed it. So let's see. Owner. So he was thrilled that we got the team to the playoffs. Attendance is looking good. Trimmed payroll. He still wants us to increase the profit. All right, so next year he wants us to reach the playoffs, get a better third baseman. have a final total balance of 20 million, and get a team that can bring a championship home in the next 3 seasons. So that is basically where I'm at this point. So I think I'm going to just take this 10 years. If we win the World Series by then, great. If not, then I guess I failed. But I already have another idea of what I'm going to do for my next OOTP series, so I'm not going to drag this out too much longer. 3 more seasons, I think, is definitely a good thing. So we have 196 available for total team expenses. Our team payroll will be around 180 million. So we are losing our pitch. We're losing our pitching coach and hitting coach. Okay, we are back. It is November 22nd. So I did a few things while I was away. I signed Zagunis and Tellez to extensions. Basically, at this point, I'm just giving them 3-year deals. Since I'm only doing this for 3 more seasons, and not like doing these long-term extensions. So I gave these guys each 3 years, a decent amount of money. I got a new team trainer because he was better than the one we'd had. Steve Lyons came back, and I also found a better pitching coach, but he still hasn't agreed to a contract. So still waiting on him, but it's all good. So looking at the award winners, we did have a Gold Glove Award winner, Richard Urena, our shortstop won. And just looking through the rest of the American League, Simon Mercedes, Thomas Dillard, Walker Robbins, Bryce Terang, Yoan Moncada, Tyrone Taylor, Leonardo Molina, and Austin Beck. And then in the NL, we had Chris Anderson of the Expansion Pilots, Taylor Ward, Cody Bellinger, Xavier Edwards, Mason Template, Orlando Arcia, Austin Meadows, Garrett Zek, and Brad Gimmick. Moving to the reliever of the year, Enrique Cabrera of the Mariners won, followed by Alex Claudio and Ken Giles. So really, it was just an AL West showing here for the best AL reliever. And then in the NL, Brandon Pinder of the Mets, followed by David Carpenter of the Pirates and Trevor Rosenthal of the Dodgers. Moving on to the Silver Slugger, Garrett Stubbs, AJ Reed, Rougned Odor, Carlos Gimmick, Carlos Correa. Wow, a lot of AL West teams represented here. And then finally, we get a non-AL West team with the Cleveland Indians with Luigi Rodriguez, their left fielder, Andrew Benintendi, Miguel Sano, and Thomas Johns. And then in the NL, if we go to right here, Noah Syndergaard, Kenneth Sorensen, Cody Bellinger, Neil Walker, Chris Bryant, Tucker Newhouse, Austin Meadows, Garrett Zek, and Will Myers. And we also signed Xander Bogaerts to a 1-year deal for about $7 million. He wanted 9, so I gave him 7, and he thought that was okay. Rookie of the year in the AL, it was Billy Novotny of the Cleveland Indians, followed by our own Mauricio Ramirez, and Philip Watcher of the Orioles finished 3rd. In the NL, Nick Taylor of the Philadelphia Phillies won NL Rookie of the Year, followed by Mason Template of the D-backs and Bill Ogilvie, I know I butchered that, of the Cincinnati Reds. Best Manager of the Year, it was the Houston Astros manager, Yokonaga Watanabe. Okay, yeah. He has been very good for them. Look at that. He's been with them for 5 years, and they've won 100-plus games in 4 of those 5 years. That is incredible. That really is incredible, honestly. Good for them. They found a stud, and yet the Angels are stuck with some idiot named Ryan Waldish or something. That's crazy. And then in the NL, wrong one. NL. There we go. NL, it was Don Mattingly, who is now with the Pittsburgh Pirates, I suppose. Pittsburgh finished 110 and 52. For the Cy Young Award in the AL, it was Bobby Wall of the Oakland Athletics, not surprisingly, followed by Jose Fernandez of your Los Angeles Angels and Brandon Finnegan of the Cleveland Indians. In the NL, Chris Sale won, followed by Alex Wood and JB Bukauskas. Why not? Let's go with that. And then for the MVP, final award given out, Garrett Stubbs, followed by Carlos Correa and Bobby Ball. So the AL West swept the MVP voting, I suppose. And in the NL, it was Cody Bellinger, Chris Sale, and Alex Wood. So we are now here for free agent filings. The international free agent market is not too good this year. It's actually pretty weak compared to other years that we've seen. I guess the best one would probably be Diego Ayala or Wonyu Moon, but other than that, is a very weak year for international free agents. But the MLB free agent class, it is stacked. You see Scherzer, who is 38 years old, Lance McCullers, who is only 29, John Moscott, Trevor Williams, Zach Wheeler, Carlos Martinez, Jose Quintana, Chris Bryant, Zach Greinke, and Jacob deGrom. So it is a very, very stacked free agent market. At this point, we just need a closer, a left fielder, and 4 starting pitchers. So let's just take a look and see who we have. Okay, so I saw, wow, there is a lot of names here. Wow. So I guess I think the reason there's so many of these guys available is that by this point, like, so many of these teams are in like cap hell that they don't have like the money to afford any of these guys. So let's see. Look at Chris Brent. Wow. Okay. He could play left field. Nah, but we're not going to sign him. That's way too much money. We've gone down that route before. We have $54 million for free agents, so we kind of have to split that up pretty well. Claudio, I would not mind bringing in as a closer. His fastball is not very good, which kind of worries me, but I would not mind bringing him in as our closer, to be perfectly honest. Let's see here. So Chapman never wants a lot of money. DeGrom is injured. He's out for 3 months. I think I would like to bring him in because he only wants $16 million. He is 34 years old, though. I imagine he wants like a long-term deal. So he got injured in spring training, so I'm guessing he got Tommy John surgery or something. He's still doing good. Yeah, I think DeGrom is someone I would like to target because we need a ton of starting pitching help. Matt Stites wants a lot of money. Zach Wheeler wants $34 million. Michael Blazek doesn't want a lot of money, but he's really a 2-pitch pitcher. His changeup is average. He did not do very well last year. He hasn't done very well the past 3 years, but he's still rated highly, so that's that. Byron Buxton is available. We could put him in left field, or we could put him in center and put Trout in left. Really good in the field. He's not that good with the stick. Well, now I can't say that because, yeah, so he's fragile injury history, though. I don't like that. He did go with the bat in 2020 and 2021, but 2022 he had a very down year. He only played in 56 games, so maybe that's the reason. I mean, he was an 8-win player in 2020. He was a 6-win player for all intents and purposes in 2021, but last year he really fell off. I would not mind giving him some cash, but we just have to remember we only have $54 million. I say only, but you have to remember we have to sign 4 starting pitchers, an outfielder, I'll say that, and a backup catcher. Although I guess we could just get someone from the minors and a closer. So we kind of have to be careful with our money here. So let's just look at all outfielders real quick, see what we have. So Piscotty is an option, I suppose. Yeah, I would not mind bringing in Piscotty, although he wants $26 million, which is a shame. But, I mean, if at that point, I guess I might as well, yeah, I mean, there's some names here, definitely. Christian Yelich is down here. I guess he's a cheap option, I suppose. He wouldn't be too bad. Really good defensive left field. He is compensation, but I really don't care at this point. I'm just trying to win a World Series. I'm willing to risk our number 1 draft pick not being there, because we can always find guys in the second round, as we have seen before. McCutcheon's available, but he's 36. Yoenis is 37. Altera is 31, but he's only a 2-star player. Yeah, not really good contact tool. Maybe basically like a power guy that strikes out a lot. Really good in the field, though. That is appealing to me. Domingo Santana, he's a 3-star player. Once again, a power strikeout kind of guy. Pretty good in the field. I guess we're going to have to we don't necessarily have to get an outfielder. We could just, because let me just see all batters who's available, because we could just get like a batter and just put Cousins in like left field, I suppose. So we could just get the best batter available for the best price. I mean, Austin Hedges is available, but he's really not known for his offense. He's more well known for his defense. And for $1 million, that would actually be a solid backup catcher. And I think I'm actually going to do that because that would be an excellent backup catcher. So let me just see if I could get him for... Oops. Actually, before I do that, let me just get out of commissioner mode, because I was in that when I was looking at coaches. So let's see. What do we got? What was I looking at here? We are looking at... No, okay. So I want all batters. And there we go. Okay, so Austin Hedges. So let's offer him a contract. He only wants He only wants $1 million. So I wonder if he would take maybe $915. Okay, so you would take under $1 million to be a backup catcher. That's fine. Donaldson is appealing, although he has kind of fallen off in recent years, which is not too surprising. I mean, he is 36 years old at this point. Now, see, that's why Buxton's available. He's only 28 years old. Conforto's 29. A lot of catchers available, like Buster Posey's available, but he's fragile, and you see he's actually starting to decline. So he probably wouldn't be the best person to bring, although he did do really good last year. Yeah, he's been doing very solid. I mean, he's hit over 300 2 of the past 3 years. He's only appeared in, the games though. That's like he only appeared in 105 games last year, 123 the year before. That's not what I'd like to see. Puig is available for only $6 million. I guess the Dodge. Wow, he has not played in a while. Yeah, he hasn't played in the majors since 2020. I feel like I'd be stupid to pass this up because it's only $6 million. He's really good in right field, so I could just move maybe Trout to, or maybe Guerrero somewhere. I don't know. We'll have to figure out. I could move Guerrero to, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I think, now he doesn't have much speed, but really good hitting wise. So I think Puig is definitely someone that I'd like. He's only 31 years old too, and he doesn't cost as much as like a Buxton or a Conforto. Although, Buxton is fragile. That's the only thing that like worries me because we've seen injuries just completely doom our season before. So I'm thinking, as much as I would love to put Chris Bryant in at DH and just put Cousins in at left field, I don't want to spend 42 of our 50 whatever $million or $53 million, and then have to sign crap pitching. So I think before I give this contract to Puig, I just want to see what we have in terms of starters. So Darvish doesn't want a lot, but he's 36. And we've gone down that road before with him, so I think we'd like maybe a McCullers. That would be interesting. I think if anything, I would want McCullers. He did really well last year. Yeah, I wouldn't mind spending maybe. All right, so Quintana only wants $7 million, so he could be a nice budget option for us. In fact, I think I'm definitely gonna want to bring him back, because he's a nice option. He did good in limited time with us last year. Michael Wacha is available. He wants $21 million. He is 31 at this point, so now I have to... This is tough. Trevor Williams, fragile. I wonder why... John Moscott, he wants $21 million. So a lot of these guys want $20+ million. Carrasco even wants like $30 million, which isn't surprising. He just had an exceptional year for us, but I'm going to let another team do that. So I think definitely Martinez could be an option too, I suppose. Because Martinez is a cheap option. So you figure Mike Morin is a starter now? What the heck? Huh. So for some reason, Baltimore converted Morin into a starting pitcher. And he didn't do half bad, I guess, but he doesn't really have the stamina for it. I think definitely we want to bring Martinez in. So we'll offer him a contract for maybe like $8 million. Actually, let's try 7 point. Whoa, what did I do? What did I just do? I don't know what I did. Did I accidentally click like the back button or something? I think definitely let's try 7.5. Okay. That. So we can try to get Martinez for 7.5. We could try to get Quintana for about 5 maybe. Let's try 4, see what he says. No, okay, so how about just 5 flat? Then I suppose it'll be easier to type in the number. Okay, so he doesn't like that. How about just like 6.5? Would that be okay? 6.5? Oops, I don't know why I just did that. Okay, so we could get him for 6.5. So now we have $39 million if all those guys... So now we just need 2 more starters for $39 million. So I think we can afford to throw some money at McCullers and DeGrom. I think I'd rather have DeGrom. So yeah, let me get DeGrom first because I'd rather have DeGrom over McCullers. even though he's 34. Now, he only wants 3 years, which is good because we're only giving these guys 3 years. Now, I want to see if he would take maybe less, and that will be a team option. Now, would you be fine taking like a 14 million? Like, would you be fine with that? Okay, so he only wants a 1-year deal. I'd be fine doing that for sure. Would you take maybe 12 million? Okay, cool. So right now he would take 12 million. I'm sure that won't stick. And then let's go with. Now, see, one of the benefits of having all this cap room, which is why I traded like Harper and them like a while back, is that like a lot of the teams in this save at this point, they don't have a ton of cap room. So we kind of do have our pick of who we'd want. Now, I'm stuck between McCullers and Waka. McCullers wants a little more, but I think he's got to be the move, right? I mean, I'm a big Waka fan, but yeah, I think we kind of have to go with McCullers. I think we'd be pretty stupid not to. He's coming off his best year. His BABIP was the best in the league. That's a 2-win player. How about Scherzer? He's fragile. He's starting to decline a little bit. Now, see, Wheeler is appealing, but I don't want to give him $34 million. And he's 32. It's between McCullers and Waka, definitely. Now, see, the thing I worry about with McCullers is that he regresses back to what he was before, which is still a solid pitcher, but he would be a solid number 3. But like I feel like I don't know, like Waka is like starting to decline at this point. Although he doesn't get injured, you can kind of rely on him for his WHIP was 140 last year. Before that was 1.2. We're gonna go with McCullers. That's got to be the safe move. So we're gonna go with McCullers. Although now the problem with that is that I think we need to wait a little bit on one of these pitchers because then we don't have enough money to give to a batter. And although looking at our roster, I guess we could call up not Miranda. I just want to see where his development is. So his expectation is playing in the majors. He's never played above AA though, so I want to give him this year in AAA because he's only 20 years old. Maybe McCullough could come up in in DH. Although he did not do very well last year in 77 games, so maybe that's not the best idea. Yeah, we really do need, like, if we're really serious, we do need to sign a bat. So let's go back to this. And then free agents. So I definitely want to give Puig a contract, and then we'll just see where we're at that point. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's go to all outfielders and then go up. And then we'll give Puig a contract. He only wants $6 million, and maybe he wants less than that. Maybe I could try to give him to like 4.5. How about just like, how about just like 5 million flat? Okay. So if we can get it for $5 million flat, that gives us $21 million left. And at that point, let me see. If I go to all... we still need a closer, but I can worry about that later. Because I'm more concerned about this rotation. Although you think about it, like, is it really worth it to get... Well, yeah, it is. I know. I'm just thinking way too far ahead. Because, like, in the playoffs, you only need to use, like, 4 starting pitchers. So, like, 5, I feel like that would be a little bit of a waste. But during the regular season, it would definitely help us out. So he wants a long-term deal, which makes sense. He's 29 years old. Now, would he take maybe $21 million this year? Nah, he wouldn't. If you would take, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but all right, would you take that much this year? I mean, I don't know why I'm just making this a team option, but this really screws us over with the cap, though. That's the issue. Although for 3 years, I guess we could kind of deal with it. Okay, so he likes that offer. We'd be right up against the cap. We'd only have $463,000 left. So we'll see. So I think I'm going to simulate ahead until we get some news with these free agents. So I'll be back, hopefully with some good news. Okay, so it is January 3rd. We haven't gotten everybody we wanted. The only guys we haven't gotten yet are DeGrom and McCullers, and I don't think I'm going to get McCullers, but I think getting DeGrom is definitely a possibility. But Hall of Fame voting results. So pair of Yankees teammates, Alex Rodriguez and Mariano Rivera, were inducted. Rodriguez on his first year and Rivera in his 5th year. Mike Mussina got dropped. Seems like Sheffield's going to get dropped next year. Trevor Hoffman seems like he'll get dropped eventually. And then all in their first year except for Hudson and Ramirez. Papelbon, Tim Hudson, Ramos Ramirez, AJ Przinsky, Mark Burley, James Shields, John Lackey, and Matt Cain all got dropped. Chase Utley got 7.1%. Ryan Howard got 8.1%. Halladay got 53.1% in his 5th year. I'm just looking at notable names here, like Phillies guys. Bobby Abreu got 8.1% in his 4th year. Bartolo Colon got 5.7%. So that's how the Hall of Fame class is. All right, and DeGrom signed a 1-year, $27 million contract finally. That took forever, but okay. So let's go to DFA'd, Jacob DeGrom, right here. Now, how long is he injured for? 6 more weeks. Okay, so I can deal with that. So DeGrom goes number right there. Claudio becomes our closer. So if you do that and then that. So now let's go back to the offseason center. So at this point, all we need right now is a starting pitcher. Okay, we are back. It is March 5th. I was trying to make a trade with the Atlanta Braves. I was trying to pick up Sean Newcomb. If we go to here, I was trying to pick up Sean Newcomb, 29 years old. It seems like he would be a really, really solid addition to our team. He's actually the Braves' ace at this point. You see, he posted an ERA under 3 in 3 of the past 5 seasons. It seems like he would have been a stud, but unfortunately, I could not do it because of our cap. I think that DeGrom signing really screwed me over. In hindsight, I probably would have wanted to try to make a trade before that, but unfortunately, we cannot afford it. I tried trading, Santillan, Martinez, or Santillan Carrasco. We did sign Carlos Carrasco, by the way. But it just didn't make sense. Like, I tried to throw Puig in there, but it just wouldn't make sense because then we wouldn't have any money to sign a serviceable alternative, and we don't have any options down in the minor league. So, unfortunately, we could not get Newcomb, but not to fret because I do like our pitching rotation. You see Puck's in there right now, but when the regular season starts, we'll have DeGrom in there. So it'll be Fernandez, DeGrom, Carrasco, Quintana, Martinez. And then looking at lineups, we have, did not fix this lineup yet, but I will before the regular season starts. You see we have Zagunis at catcher, Tellez at first, Ramirez at second, Bogarts at third, Urena at short, Puig at left, Trout in center, Guerrero in right, and Cousins as our DH. So it was a little upsetting that we could not get Newcomb. I really think that he could have put us over the top, and I've said that I should really start putting like a tracker at like the bottom right of the screen about like how often I've said, oh, this is the guy that's going to push us over the hump. This is the reason we're going to make the World Series. Oh, and there we go. There's our pitching coach that finally signed with us. So unfortunately, we could not get Newcomb, but hopefully our rotation does well this year. Hopefully our pitching coach is not a complete idiot and he doesn't So our owner wants us to make the playoffs. Top 100 prospects. We have none of them, not surprisingly. So let's take a look at the preseason predictions. So we're supposed to finish atop the AL West with a 97-65 record, score 817 runs, which is the most in the AL. What about the NL? So we're supposed to score the most runs in the league, 262 average, 201 home runs. That is also supposed to be the most in the league. San Diego's only supposed to hit 64 home runs, so they still haven't got that offense thing figured out. What is this, 8 years in? So we are supposed to steal 32 bases. We still haven't gotten our speed figured out. We're supposed to let up 645 runs, which actually looks to be the least in the AL. Yeah, so we're supposed to let up the least amount of runs in the American League, which is probably where we're supposed to end up with the best record in the American League. I didn't realize that. 364 team ERA, 1,300 Ks, 420 walks. So let's see, top 10 hitters. We were supposed to have 2. We were supposed to have 2 of the top 10 hitters in Trout and Tellez. And for pitchers, Fernandez and Quintana are supposed to be 2 of the top 10 pitchers in the American League. So that is that. So let's just set our lineups and then we will end the episode. So let's just move Carpio here real quick. There we go. So let's see. Who do we want hitting leadoff? Who has some speed on him? I always forget. Okay, so you don't have any speed. Does Unreal have speed? No. We're gonna have Unreal batting ninth, definitely. Who has speed? Does Urena have speed? Not really. Okay, so that's right. We don't have speed on this team. That was the one thing we never had. So we'll bat Trout second, maybe. Zagunis maybe sixth. Actually, I'd rather. Oh my gosh, I think I'd rather bat Zagunis third. I'd rather bet Urena has to be batting in the top half, and then Zagunis can be part of the heart of the order, and then Puig cousin. Okay, yeah, I like that. So we are going to copy this lineup and copy this depth chart. Then we're going to paste, and then not that this really matters, but paste because we don't face NL teams a ton. And then paste, and then paste. So that is that. And then our pitching staff is Fernandez, DeGrom, Carrasco, Quintana, Martinez. Claudio is our closer. Choi and Moreno are our setup guys, followed by Green, Colomb, Bant, and Myers as our middle relief guys. So I think that'll just about do it for whatever episode this is. I forgot to check before I started recording this episode what episode we were on, but thank you so much for just coming back and watching this video. I know it's probably tough to continue to watch someone that was as inconsistent as I was for the past couple of months, but I decided I had some free time for the first time in quite a while, so decided I'd get that dust off of my YouTube channel and make an OOTP video. So be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed. I'm not sure when the next episode will go up, probably sometime early next week because I have to work tomorrow and Sunday as well as Tuesday, so maybe Monday. I'm not 100% sure, but regardless, just thank you for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. I don't know how many new people end up really watching this. I don't know why I say subscribe when I'm like 20 plus episodes into a series, because I doubt this is the first episode that someone would see. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.